Queen of the Coast, Episode 3. So it was another new day, and it is still very early in the morning. I woke up from bed and I wouldn't want to stress my mum. I slept in her room yesterday night because of her condition. I can't leave her all alone. Besides, I should get everything prepared now so I can get back to my aunt's house and start work for today. You know that woman can be mad always, so she wouldn't tolerate me coming late. I entered the kitchen and warm up the little rice that was remaining from the meal Tina gave me. I ate like I have never eaten for 10 years yesterday. I almost ate everything, but I remember that I have to keep some for my mum to eat this morning. I can really cook good food, but money speaks all. After warming the rice, I entered the bathroom and took my bath and get dressed up. I don't have much to do this morning. The house is neat. My mum was still sleeping then. I have to go and wake her up to come eat her food. So I visited her room and she told me that she would eat later. I shouldn't bother myself, but I should rather run to meet up with my work in Auntie Kate's house, so that I wouldn't be hurt again by her. I left the house and heads to Kate's house. On my way, I met this guy who keeps staring at me while he was approaching. He is coming and I'm going forward as we are both passing the same way but we have different directions. Well, I'm not even ready to talk to him, so I just keep my mind straight. Hey, how are you? He referred to me immediately after he reached out. But I did not stop. I kept on moving forward but slowed down as he was walking after me. I'm fine, and you? I responded to him and he nods. I'm fine as well. Do you remember me? He asked, and that made me stop and glanced at him. Looking at him I realized that I don't even know him at all. Yeah, I'm not surprised because that's the way most boys behave when they try to get attention from a lady, so he is probably trying to tease me. Sorry, but I don't think I know you, do I? I asked with a brief smile on my face. I'm not surprised that you don't know me, because you were in a hurry. Come on, I'm the guy you met at the pharmacy yesterday, he said as I wowed with my mouth widely open. Oh wow, was that you? I'm really sorry. That happened because I was in a hurry. Pardon my manners, dear, I said to him with a smile as he waves his head and smiles too. I understand. I was actually the one that was supposed to apologize. But where are you going? You don't mind me dropping you off? He requested as I stared at him because I don't understand. He didn't come with the car, so how does he intend to drop me off? Sorry, but drop me off. Where is your car? I asked as he smiled. I know you must have been surprised about that, he said as he points across the road. That's my car over there across the road, he said, and I sighted the car immediately. That car always looks so stunning. Wow, that's so nice of you. Thank you very much, dear, but I don't think you have to because I have already gotten to my destination. I responded to him and I pointed at my auntie's house, which we have already strolled up to. Oh, okay, no problem then, he said as he clapped his hand together and flaps his shoulder while I gave out a little smile, then turned walking into Auntie Kate's house. Wait a minute, his voice interrupted again, so I turned and looked at him. What? I asked as he approached silently and bring out his phone. I don't know if you can give me your number, he requested, while I smiled at him and left for my auntie's house, going without uttering a word to him. He waves his head and left, but I'm very sure he must have been thinking about another thing. He actually has no idea why I didn't give him my number because I'm even ashamed to tell him that I don't have a phone. I was just entering the house, and my auntie was already set off for work and was about to leave the house, so I met her at the parlor. Who is that guy? She asked me immediately after I stepped into the house. I realized she must have been staring at me and that guy through the window. Who? I acted like I don't know what she was talking about. Are you stupid? Who is the guy that escorted you? She yelled at me in a loud voice. I don't know him. I met him on the way, I replied with a hurried voice. Good. I don't ever want to see you with him again. Did you get that? She yelled at me as I nods. But why exactly? I asked, surprised to know why she is being bothered about who I walked with. She never cares about me, so why bother? How dare you ask me a question? I don't want to see you with him again, is that clear? She yelled at me and I nodded. Good. If you like, turn my daughter into a slave again, and that will be a double punishment on top of the one you are still going to suffer. She said, and she angrily left the house. I become so bothered trying to understand what she meant by "am still going to suffer." So the punishment she gave me yesterday was not enough for her. Hey, what are you doing there? The new lady's voice interrupted my thoughts. Good morning, Ma, I said to her as she was just looking at me from my head down to my toe. Get into my room immediately. I want that room cleaned up just in 5 seconds. She said, and I rushed into a room without wasting time, because the way I'm seeing this lady, she appears like she is more heartless than Kate. Though I was still working in her room when I heard her voice, sending Tina out to go buy her something. I'm sure she must be mistaken, because I am the one she was supposed to send. I don't want a problem, so I left her room to stop her, because Tina's mum will only transfer the aggression to me. But getting there, Tina has already left. What? Are you done with the cleaning? The lady asked, and I waved my head and was about to say something but was interrupted. Oh yeah, I think you need to get me something from the market too, she said as she opened her handbag and handed over some money to me. Get me a packet of sanitary pads, she ordered. I'm sorry, but I think we have more than 5 packets in this house. I was still trying to inform her when I got interrupted. Are you normal? Go get me what I sent you. She yelled at me, and besides, I need this chance so I can meet up with Tina. So without hesitating, I rushed out, but I couldn't find Tina on the way, so after buying the sanitary pad, I tried to stylishly look for her but still couldn't find her. I thought that she might have already gone home, so I quickly rushed home. Getting home, I went to her room to look for her, but she is not inside. I wonder where she has gone, but anyways, I should go deliver my message first, so I head straight to the lady's room. But getting there, you couldn't believe what I saw. I don't know what she is doing to David, Auntie Kate's baby. I think I have to record her, and since I don't have a phone, then Tina's phone is needed. I quickly rushed to Tina's room to get her phone, but just realized she must have left with the phone, as I didn't find it inside the room. But I have to do something. I need evidence, because that is one of my primary duty in this house, to take care of baby David, but I don't know what that evil lady is doing to David, and the baby is crying very loud. Well, I think I have to go look for Tina, so I ran out of the house, running around the neighborhood, but I couldn't find her anywhere. So I returned home. Getting back, she is done with her evil deeds and seating at the parlor. So what took you so long? Where is what I sent you to buy for me? She asked, looking so innocent. I don't know what she has done to David, because I'm not seeing the baby around. Let me get it for you, I said to her as I went to Tina's room where I kept the sanitary pad and brought it to her. Tina has not yet returned. I'm sure she left with David, because I can't find David in this house, I said, trying to pretend. I just wanna know what her reaction would be. So why are you telling me? She asked, and I was confused. I don't know what to do. I am sorry, Ma, I said as I left to sit inside Tina's room. I was so weakened that I can't even work for today. I don't know what her plan might be. I'm just waiting for Tina to come back, so I can tell her my experience so far. I was on top of her bed and fell asleep as she is taking long to return. The lady was even the one that woke me up. I was surprised to notice that the day is dark already. She woke me up and gave me some money and asked me to go home. I tried to stay till my aunt is back, because not even Tina is at home, but she insisted that I have to go. I simply collected the money and headed home, but truth be told, I can't still tell what's going on. Though, when I got home with the foodstuffs I bought from the money she gave me, I entered the house to find my mum lying in the parlor. Mum, I hope you are getting better, I said as I reached out to her and touched her, just to find out her body was still hot, and discovered that she finding it difficult to breathe. Mum, are you okay? I asked, tapping her on her body. Take me to the hospital, she managed to utter a word. Then I realized that this has gone to the worst level. My mum doesn't usually ask me to take her to the hospital. She says if I got any little income I should buy food with it instead. But for her to say this, it means, this is serious, but I have no money for the hospital. I carried her on my back and run to my auntie's house to seek help. Getting there with tears, I knocked on the door, and Tina was the one that opened for me. "Oh my gosh, Zara, what's happening? Please come in," she exclaimed, as I hopped into the house with my mum on my back. I was lucky that Auntie Kate is back and they were all inside the parlor. I could have told her about the lady she brought in, but that's not why I'm here. "Please, my mum needs immediate health care, Auntie. Please, I need some money to take her to the hospital," I said to Auntie Kate in tears, looking so hurried. "Like seriously, you mean you even have the guts to come back here?" She yelled at me as she stepped close and gave me a very hot slap that I almost fell with my mum on my back. "Mummy," Tina shouted at her, "are you mad? How dare you shout at me in that manner? Will you get inside?" She yelled at Tina and Tina angrily left her presence, and then she turned to me. "Please, I'm begging you, my mum is dying. Please, I need a little money to take her to the hospital, please." I began to beg. "You must be very stupid. After what you have done to my baby and ran away, you have the guts to come back here." Auntie Kate yelled at me as I waved my head in tears. "So this was all the plan?" "I didn't do it, you know I was still saying when the other lady interrupted me. "Shut your trap and leave this place and never come back. Auntie Kate, you are gonna forget all my mum has done for you. She cared for you when you were nothing. I remember you always coming to our house, and my mum will give you a huge amount of money for your upkeep. Why do this to us now?" I said in tears, and she laughs at me instead. "She is just so heartless. And now here she is hanging like a Todd on your back. I feed her with my leftover food. Now leave my house with your dirty mother." She yelled at me as I began to plead. "Please don't do this." But she pushed me out of her house with force that I even fell down with my mum. Then she locked up her door. But that fall was really heavy. Even I felt the pain really hard as I get up to my mum immediately and tried to carry her up, because she is all that matters to me right now. "Mum, are you okay?" I asked, but realizing that she is not responding, I just discovered that she is dead just like that. She have finally killed her for me. "Mother, no, stop this prank. How do you want me to survive alone in this wicked world?" "Mama," I called on her steadily, but no reply from her. "She is gone." "No," I screamed very loud, as my voice reflects above the sky, and a heavy thunder struck and it began raining.